I'm also the host of the African Father in America podcast. We are here for the very first Virtual Afro-Fusion Dance Workshop that is presented to you by One Vibe Africa in partnership with Brian Otieno Oloo, uh, Vincent Owoko, and Northwest Art Streaming Hub. Uh, we are really excited to bring this to you, especially because we know that this year has been rough, and we are finally at the end of it. We are, excited to bring amazing dancers who are extremely gifted from Kisumu, who are going to share their gifts with us today, and then we are going to have a conversation afterwards. So I'm just going to see if Brian Otieno and Vincent Owoko are already in this, uh, call and Zoom call with me in order for us to have this virtual dance fusion. I wanted, for you to be able to see them before the show begins. But just to read a little bit about Brian Otieno Oloo, and then I'll read a little bit about Vincent Owoko, and then we will introduce the show for you. We have quite a few people from all over the world that are currently in the waiting room on this Zoom call that are going to be joining us afterwards, after this virtual dance workshop. We are going to have a Zoom conversation. We are currently live on One Vibe Africa's YouTube channel, which is One Vibe TV. We are going to be sharing that link throughout throughout social media. And we're also live on One Vibe Africa's Facebook page. So please check out those two places if you want to join us. And then with that, Vincent Owoko is a performer, dance teacher, choreographer, and founder of VQ Dance Company. He has worked with Nela Yatkin, Tero Dance Company, the Academy of Dance and Arts, where he participated in many of their dance productions, tours, and presentations, and received training and experience in contemporary dance, movement, modern dance, jazz, ballet, hot on site specific, African dance, didactic, and physical theater. Vincent continues teaching choreography locally and internationally. Then we're going to learn a little bit about Brian Otieno. Brian is a performer, dance teacher, choreographer, and the founder and executive director of Dancing Feet. Brian was born and raised in Kenya, and he is well trained in Afro contemporary dance, hip hop, African traditional and modern dance, movement, and improvisation. His most profound work, Mizani, toured up to 10 cities in Tanzania. He also holds dance and choreographic certificates from various art institutions such as Ibuka Dance Foundation in Tanzania and École des Sables in Senegal. It's really exciting to be with amazing and talented dancers from Kisumu, who have also, in a way, been part of the One Vibe Africa. One Vibe Africa runs our education, music, and art program in Kenya, and that is how we connected with Vincent and Brian Otieno. I also want to let you know that today's program is partly supported in partnership with the Northwest Art Streaming Hub. And the mission of the Northwest Art Streaming Hub is to serve as a channel, guide, and digital venue for multidisciplinary artists and their content. The Northwest Art Streaming Hub helps artists find audiences, and audiences find meaning. Finally, I want to give a big shout out to Alvin Thomas, who is truly putting in the work behind this production. I want to give a shout out to Sobu for working with us to produce the part of this production that was done in Nairobi, because Vincent Owoko lives in Nairobi. I want to thank Harold Otieno and our team and friends in Kisumu for producing the part of this production that was done in Kisumu for Brian Otieno. And I also want to thank Lavender Toya for putting all of us together. Lavender did an amazing job making sure that everybody did their part as needed. So with that, we are going to go to the part where we are going to enjoy the workshop together. So put on your dancing shoes, and we will connect in 30 minutes after the dance part of this experience. Thank you so much.
So as we said, we're going to work with a lot of textures, and the first movement we were working with is this. Now this is very grounded, very light, but now we're going to make it even lighter and slower. We're going to play with time as well, time on the music, yeah? So, you elongate, you stretch it much further. Okay, we try it together. 5, 6, 7, and stretch, 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 stretch. Still the same movement. Stretch, stretch it. Boom. Okay? The second movement we're going to play with is this. How are we going to play with it? Same thing. We're going to make it a little bit more softer, like water. Boom, stretch. Boom, 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 yeah? So just try and use that. And stretch yourself as much as you can stretch yourself. Boom, stretch and slow. You have more time on the music now. Okay? Let's try those two movements together. Now the music is faster. That's the rhythm of the music. Yeah? So if we did... So on the rhythm of the music, we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But remember we said we're playing with time and texture. So we're going to go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay? Five, 6, 7, and normal. And you go. And even slow. And relax. Going forward. And you go. And relax. Okay, and now everything else continues as normal. We're going to keep that like that. And lean and stay as much as you can. And now we're going to go for this. This is what we had. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're going to play with the direction of the movement. So we're going to go 1 and lift, step. 2 and lift, step. Try that again. 5, 6, 7, and 1 and lift, step. 2 and lift, step. 1, lift, 2, lift. Now because we have more time, yeah, open yourself as much as possible. Open yourself, stretch yourself as much as possible. In, stretch, in. Okay, we tried that on the music. 5, 6, 7, you go. Good. Now we are going to do the entire choreography. Yeah, bringing in these new elements that we are working with. Okay? Remember to stretch yourself as much as possible. Remember to relax your body, stretch your body. Okay? And we're going to do it with music. So, no, first let's do it without music. The entire sequence. Ready? So 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and pa, pa. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and add a jump just to finish. Now we do it with music. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, go, and 1, and again, and okay. Now we are going to do both the original choreography and the second choreography. Let's go. We're going to do it with music, then we're going to change music and do it with another music. Okay. Original choreography, ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 1, 1, 1, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, jump. Okay? Now the second choreography, ready? 5, 6, 7, and 3, 4, As you probably realized, when you change the texture of the movement and the rhythm in time of the music, the feeling of the movement changes and the movement changes a little bit, but the intention should always stay the same.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the first beat of the class, the warm-up part with my co-teacher, Brian Otieno. I'm Vincent Owoko, and I'm going to take you through this other part of the class, which is the basic. And for those who have learned this before, just enjoy with us. And for those who are learning for the first time, don't worry, you're going to enjoy also with us, okay? Perfect. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to go through the basic step for the feet. Okay? So you just follow with me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a little bounce, a little bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me be on the side so you see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. So we are going to try the same movement, going to the side and then going to the side. Also 4 counts. Okay? You ready? now we are going to go through the upper body part, the elevation part of it. Okay? Perfect. So you just go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to pull up. You want to pull up. Let me be on the side so that you see exactly what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Good. So we are going to try now do the combination with the feet and the chest. Okay? Perfect. Now we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So we are going to try going to the side, doing the same movement. Okay? 4, center, 4 on the side, and also 4 on the side. Okay, you get it? Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, side. 1, 2, 3, 4, side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, side. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay? You're going to define the arms, so I want you to just open your arms nicely, perfect on the side. So that when you step, you go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So let's try the music. Get ready, feet together. Now to the side. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay? So this time around, you can add arms like 1, 2, 3, 4. Open 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. Open 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Down 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Good. Perfect. Let's try the music. 5, 6, 7, go. Let's go. and to the other side, one, and to the side, 1 and 2. That's the arms, okay? You're going to try that with music. You're going to start really slow, and then we will pick it up after you've gotten the step, okay? Perfect. Music. 4, 5, 6, 7, go. 5, 6, 7, go. Da, da, ba, ba, da, 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 da,
Now we're going to do it with a different type of music and just see how the movement makes you feel. Just work your body with the music, your body with the movement. Keep the same texture, the same rhythm in the music, and yeah, just see how it works with your body as well. Five, 6, 7, you go, and and you go, and again, go. Good. Okay, now you're going to do the original movement and then we're going to do a nice cool down. Let's go with the music. Five, six, 7. Okay, thank you very much. And now I hand the class over to Vic to give you a nice cool down and keep dancing. See you in the next Afro-Fusion Dance Workshop.
So we are going to finish with the cool down, and you just follow, okay? Good. Okay, music. Just forward, 1 second. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, arms up.
good. I just want you all to turn on your cameras and join me. Join me. I see Vincent is here. I see Pam is here. I see Brian is here. I see Giovanna White is here. Thank you for being here. This is beautiful. I just love this a lot. I didn't know that I would enjoy this so much like I did. I'll send you guys videos of me, trying this, just in my little space in my office here in Seattle, Washington. Um, I was really, really amazed first that right before this session started, I was called by Afua Kuyate, who is an amazing dear friend, and she's like a mother, sister. I think she's able to join us. She's a world respected dancer living here in Seattle, Washington. And I see my sister Giovanna. I think you're also from Seattle. But this is going to be a really nice conversation. I just want you all to give me just 1 minute to get the Zoom link to Afua. Giovanna, could you send it to her for me? I want to get this Zoom. We have to get her here. Okay. So while we figure that out, I just want to say thank you so much. This was really amazing. Vincent, thank you so much. Brian, thank you so much. It was really wonderful to see you both, do your thing. When we were, I found the Zoom link. When we were, all living together in Kenya, we were, we didn't see how powerful this stuff is. And after a long time, when I moved to the US and started interacting with dancers here, is when I started missing those times that we were having together. And that's also part of why I've been so committed to the work I do with One Vibe, because it allows us to create these types of spaces. It used to be physically in person, but now it's virtual. We had some glitches with today's production, and we had to do this and pull it off with all the resources that we had. And as we continue doing this, we are going to make it even better. But I want to introduce first Brian Otieno, and then I'm going to introduce Vincent Owoko, so that Brian and Vincent can just share with us their thoughts a little. I was hoping Lavender Toya would also join us so that she can just talk to us about the logistics of how this came to being, but to everybody who is joining us from Seattle and other parts of the world, I suspect that someone was joining us from the Philippines. Yeah, someone was joining us from the Philippines. Our Pam is here. Thank you for being here. That's so amazing. Man, this is wonderful. This is really a global community. Now, I grew up in Manyata, and where I grew up is a place where, people just neglected us. Nobody cared about the talent that was there, the youths that were there, and what they could do. And, it's really an honor to present to you someone who is really like me, but I've been watching Brian traveling to, living in Tanzania for a while, and just traveling the world doing his thing. So Brian, please just join us and share with us, your name and just your story. Then we'll go into how and why we did today's virtual dance and some of the plans we have in the coming weeks. So Brian, please. And then afterwards, I'll allow for our audience members to also ask you questions. So if you are in the audience, even if you are a professional dancer, and there's quite a lot of conversations that have actually come out of this. So I'll share some of the good news, but for now, if you have a question, just add it in the chats, and then I'll grab it, and we will be able to give you a chance to ask your question. But Brian, please.
Um, yeah, I'm in Manyata right now. You spoke about being in Manyata and um, having people with talent who don't really get a space to really do anything. And that's how I started my dance journey. I started um, training in Kisumu City, and from there I would just go to different dance workshops and different. But most of these workshops were organized by, let's say, foreign bodies or foreign organizations, because there wasn't really that much um, support for dance and art in Kisumu and in Kenya as a whole. So that's where I started in Kisumu, and I moved to Arusha, Tanzania, about 7 years ago, to be part of the Ibuka Dance Foundation, where I worked with Anna Basti on uh, uh, many projects, many dance projects, including Mizani that Simon spoke about, and now I'm back in Kisumu, and I'm just looking to work more with everyone here and keep bringing these talents together so that we can be able to move forward as a community of dancers and creators. Yeah.
Very much, Brian. Now I want to introduce Vincent Owoko, who I actually worked very closely with at One Vibe. Vincent is like really a young brother to me, and he's also the reason why this happened. Vincent was going to do this whole thing on his own, so he reached out to me and told me, "Hey, Simon, we have to partner up. We have to do something together." Then he explained to me. Then I was like, "Yeah, we've been doing it together before. Why not now?" And before we knew it, we brought in Lavender, and Brian was already working with Vincent, and it was just easy for us to pick all those pieces and put it together, invite other friends like Sobu. And now we are really going to talk about how we can bring in some of you who are on this call to be a part of this whole vision, because we really want dance to be a part of how we are going to deal with 2021 and beyond. So Vincent, please.
Hi Pam, hi Giovanni, and so happy that this came a success, and it could have been a success without all of you guys. And I'm so grateful for my my co-teacher Brian, and also One Vibe for bringing all this together, because without everyone in here, this could have not been a success. So I started dancing all the way in Kisumu, where we started dancing with Brian. In fact, I joined Brian. Brian started dancing way before me, and then I joined Brian. And at some point, Brian was also my teacher. And from there, things grew. And when Brian moved to Arusha, Tanzania, I remained back in Kisumu, and then later moved to Nairobi. And that's where I started with my dance journey, where I worked with different dance communities, though I never got into being contracted with one of them. So I used to be more of a freelancer. So just doing projects, going out of the country, coming back. Yeah, so that's how my journey has been. And when Brian came back from Arusha to Kenya, we had always wanted to work together. And so we were supposed to do this Afro-Fusion. It was supposed to be a physical class. It was supposed to be a physical workshop. And I told Brian, okay, for it to be a physical workshop, then we really have to pull up a lot of resources for this to happen, because he was all the way in Kisumu, and I'm in Nairobi. And then I told Brian, okay, fine. So instead of us doing the physical workshop, why don't we do an online workshop which will connect like the world, because everyone can join, you know? And then, yeah, Brad liked the idea, and as we were doing the plans, because this workshop was supposed to be done on 5th, last week. So I contacted Simon about the workshop. So and then Simon, he gave us really a good feedback, and that's where now we landed all together here, which I'm really grateful about. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, you know, many of us know how complicated it is to put such things together during such times. And so I just wanted to, again, thank you, Brian and Vincent, for, you know, for the sacrifices and the hard work and the flexibility. I invited Lavender to talk to us about her vision with this programming, like how she envisions that it's going to grow from here. But right now, I just wanted us to talk about dance and the importance. You know, why is this something that is important to you? Like watching you, both of you move, made me start moving, you know, and the moment I started moving and listening and following the instructions, my body just started feeling good. You know, there's just good energy that you find yourself going through your body when you start doing something good for your body, you know. So I wanted to just understand why you guys are so committed to this. And also, I also want to open this for questions from the audience at this point. So while you respond to that, I just want to get questions in the chat. You can leave your questions in the chat. Then Brian and Vincent will answer those questions. Then we'll give Lavender a chance to just tell us more about EMAP, One Vibes Education, Music and Art Program, and where you guys are planning to take this virtual dance program to. So with that, shall we start with Brian? Just share with us why dance and why you're so committed to it and why it's so special.
Yeah. Dance. Dance. Since I discovered it, I devoted my time and my energy towards dance, as I realized it's one of those art forms that you have to work, and you have to move your body, and you have to keep working. It never stops. It just never stops. And I fell in love with that. And just that urge of performing, or that feeling you get after the performances, was always very priceless to me. So that became very important to me, and I picked dance, and I kept going with that. And this particular workshop and these types of workshops are very important to me, because I know how difficult it is for us to find spaces to teach and even learn dance, and especially for dancers here as well, and dancers in Kenya and everywhere. It's very difficult to find uh, dance classes. Yeah. And most of the classes that we have are concentrated in Nairobi, and that leaves a question for that youth who wants to get involved in dance. What do they do? Where do they go? Because most people, or they become self-trained. They train themselves at home, or in the bathroom or whatever. But we need to. I would really love to keep creating this culture of dance, and taking dance classes, and exchanging what we have, and giving and taking, and just sharing as a whole. So that is very important to me, and I would really love to push that as far as I can. And yeah, and I think we can do that, and we can keep doing that the more we do things like this. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brian. We are going to give Vincent a chance to just.
Yeah. I hand it over to you, Simon.
Thank you. Then we will give my dear Afua Kuyate a chance also to speak about why dance is so important. After Vincent, after you share your thoughts about why dance is so important and why you're so committed to it, we'll hear from the wonderful Afua Kuyate.
Okay, welcome everyone who was not here when I started talking. So dance is really important to me because it's what I do full time. And you find that me and Brian, after when we left Kisumu, we started like on our own paths and our own journey. And through the way we formed organizations, and let me say we formed companies of our own, of which personally I'm running a Vic Dance Company, and Brian is running Dancing Fits. So you find that dance is what we do most of the time, and it's like a full-time job. So you know, the moment something is a full-time job, we moved it from being like just a career, but it's more of a passion. Before the career comes, it's more of a passion. So we always make sure to, personally, I make sure to make people happy through dance and inspire them before I put something on the table through that. Yeah. And my vision is to make dance available at any cost through such kind of platforms for everyone who is who can access it. Yeah, because as Brian said, growing up, some of us, you know, are like apart from just being self-taught, we really find it hard to get some of these materials, like attending workshops, and you had to travel from this place going to the other so that you can get to receive these kind of techniques, you know. So through platform like this, it makes it easier. It makes it easier for everyone to access dance, and because like internet has opened the world, has opened like everyone to the world, and everyone can easily access such kind of things. So for me, I just really love dance, and yeah, that is what I can say. Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent. Now we want to my dear Afua Kuyate to also just speak about this for a few minutes, and then we will take any questions. I don't see any question yet from the audience. So we'll take a few questions after we hear from Afua Kuyate, just briefly about why, you know, her thoughts about dance and why dance is important and why she has been committed to dance for so many years. You know, Afua is, I spoke a little bit about you before you were able to make it in. I thought you were here, but I was just sharing with people how, you know, I've been to your dance classes here in Seattle, Washington, but I've also, you know, seen how dance has impacted even your children, and they're very kind and loving people. And you can see how the discipline of being a dancer, you know, seeps through human beings, you know. And my daughters are so, you know, infected with dance. They dance everywhere. And so, you know, just being able to do this virtually reminded me of being in your classes. And, you know, Brian and Vincent are really like me in many ways, but then they just concentrated and made this what they want to become masters of. So when I was talking to Brian and Vincent less than 2 weeks ago, I was telling them that, when we do this thing, we are going to connect the dance community in Seattle and Kenya. And that's what I'm seeing happening here right now, because, you've been able to take a lot of dancers and people who are not dancers to Africa, and they've been able to really enrich themselves and enrich our culture in Seattle because of that. And I've been doing a similar type of work, in Kenya, but now we are now together right now, and it's just a wonderful feeling. So we'll just hear from you for a minute here, and then we'll continue the conversation.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, where you are. I want to just first start out by saying thank you to my brother Simon for having this platform. This platform is so important because there's so many generations that will never have this feeling of the conversation to be liberal, right? Because I know that when I started dance as a young child, in our family, it wasn't okay to dance all the time. You had to be very conservative. So Brother Simon, I totally appreciate you for not just the dance platform, but the arts and cultural platform that you're connecting around the world. That's a part of my mission as well. So I thank you, so we can continue to vibe, right? This is great. And I also want to give a special thank you to Vincent and Brian, because I was a part of your class this morning. I just couldn't get from YouTube over to this platform. So I apologize for being late. And thank you, Sister Gigi, because she got on the line in the back office and she connected with my daughter and said, your mom is supposed to be online. And then I text her back and said, I'm trying. So thank you. That was a really big effort to get in here. Dance has been my life. It's like breath. It's like breathing. Since I was 9 years old, that was my first performance on stage. And it's very important that I have that space of dance in my life, in my day. And so now that we're in COVID, it makes it really challenging. So to have these online expressions, is something that I think we should try to offer more and more. At first, I was not understanding the importance of having it virtual, but it's like, what do you do? We have to figure it out. And dance is really a balance within life. Most people dance and they don't realize that they're dancing. When you're cleaning your home, when you're washing the dishes, when you're outside, you have that rhythm, right? And there's different styles of dance, but dance is life. It tells that story. And also when we talk about dance, it's a communication that happens between people, life, and things. When you have a classical presentation, it tells a story, right? So you may have the sound of beep, 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 blah, 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 right? And we know that we're gonna start, or we're gonna change, or we're gonna stop. Or it could be the birds that will chime in and it starts the whole ballet, right? There's many different ways that we can breathe the spirit and the life of dance. And that's what I've always been committed to. And I'm really happy to say that, yes, I dance with my daughters. And so just recently, we've been going through videos of dance over the past 30 years. Really like the past 40 years of dance. And my first daughter, Chisela, I was able to look at her on film dancing with me when she was like 3-4 years old. And, and so it's amazing. And I just thank God that we're able to exercise the breath within our bodies and bring it to life on stage. It's really important right now in my life that I practice to preserve dance, to preserve the whole technology around life, arts, culture, intergenerational movement. We can have the elders that will dance, and that will be a different classical dance than those will be that are in their teens or their 20s. But dance is life, and I encourage everyone to really like create their own dance, because everyone has their own private dance that maybe we shouldn't see, but maybe we can see, right? And then everyone has that personal dance, and some of us on the call today, maybe we have that professional dance, right? And then sometimes when those drums are playing or the rhythm is like really setting in with you, you just let loose and you just like let it out loud. That's probably more of that personal dance that you're feeling only validates by yourself, right? But dance is dance, And so I will say that when I was listening to, I think Vincent, your part of the dance, I totally appreciate the music that you were playing, because that was Babatunde Olatunji, the drums of passion music. I have been a dancer for Olatunji. I left Seattle and I moved to New York just to be in his dance company. And I taught dance on Broadway for him, as well as I toured around the world with him. So this was the live music that we played for years. And God bless the dead, he's joined our ancestors. But anytime I hear the music of Olatunji, I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. So thank you for that. And Brian, your dance, I tell you, I believe I missed the first part of it, but I was very happy to just like really hop in, and you just like really just dropped us right into these movements that we need to keep going. And I said to my daughter as I was doing these dances, because she laughed and said, "Oh, Mom, can you do that one?" I said, I didn't warm up, but these are the movements that we need to continue to be challenged with, right? And to our viewing audience, if you're not a dancer or if you inspire to learn more about dance, I would just recommend start warming up in your own space first before you go out to join other people. And then you'll be more apt to unifying that movement, right? Because a lot of times we leave our homes and we'll go right into a dance setting and our bodies are not warm, and then it ostracizes us. It makes us feel that we are limited, that we're not able to do those movements. And everyone, we really can do those movements if we do what? If we warm up, take care of home first. And then you can join in with your children, your parents, any university platform. It's your world. Dance is really the breath of life for me. And I just want to be able to extend that out to everyone else. And as I mentioned, it's a story. And if you have stories that you're not able to share out, consider dance being your vehicle. I love dance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Afua. That was beautiful. So we are going to wrap up here in a moment. I was hoping we'll be joined by Lavender, Toya, but I don't see her here yet. I see that Pam, you're here, and you could just share with us this thought that you shared with us in the chat. Are you okay doing that? Yeah, it's amazing that Pam joined us all the way from the Philippines, and I'm just amazed that we have the world in this little gathering right now. So Pam, we just want you to speak and share with us, what you said about dance and why you do it and your students. And
I'm Pamela Pausis. I'm from the Philippines. I teach in a remote area, a part of the Philippines. I have been dancing when I was young, and dance has really has a great part in my heart because even if I did not turn out to be a professional dancer, I lived through my childhood with dancing. And when I dance, yeah, I have great emotion when I dance, and I just missed it. So I've been looking for classes, and I found your a post, and I'm thankful that I saw it. Um, and also I coach in different dance, but we get trainers, we get professional trainers, and all I can say is when a person dance, when a person goes through the process of dancing, all the training, um, it builds up a character. Uh, like my dancers, even if not all of them become winners in the contests, they turned out to be great people. What when they graduate, because dance, the training itself, the experience gives rich values like empathy, the and of course in these times, the pandemic, mental health. Most dancers knows how to manage stress, and because of this training. That's all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Pam. Now, because we are trying to grow this dance culture, and we are trying to, I want to feel the way I felt, a moment ago, every weekend, every Saturday. So what Vincent, Lavender, Brian, and myself, and also our production team in Kenya are hoping to do is to make this something that is available for people every Saturday. So, my dear Afua, I would love to have a call with you, outside of this Zoom call, together with Brian and Vincent, so that we can pick your brain and also involve you in it, involve you and your team, so that some of the lessons are offered by your team. We can even do this week, it's done from Seattle. Next week, it's done from Kenya. And then we still promote it together with the entire community, both in Kenya and here, promoting it. I feel that would be really beautiful. I just want to hear your feedback, and Vincent's feedback, and Brian's feedback on this. Then we can close after that.
I think it's great. And so, let's not get caught up talking about it. Let's put it into place and make it happen. I think it's a very easy to do concept, and people will start to gravitate. And as Pam had just mentioned, it's another form of dance therapy, right? So when we come into our own space, the first thing is breath, right? Then we connect in with all the elements that are around us. And so I think that One Vibe Africa is on point. And so we want to make sure that we do what we can to make it happen. And I would love to commit to doing a session maybe once a month or something like that.
Thank you so much. And Pam, let me know if you're interested. There is an Afro-Latin professor from the UW that learned about this, and she wants to do dance with her community as part of this series. So before we know it, we will be something very serious. But with that, I just want to say thank you, everybody. I'll be reaching out to all of you individually, and I'm just grateful that we were able to pull this off. It's challenging to do this type of work. All of us in this room are familiar with starting something from scratch and putting in blood, sweat, and tears for it to become manifested. So, Brian, give us your thoughts about this collaboration, and then we will wrap it up just in a moment. And Vincent.
Okay, I think Brian is not here. I think maybe his connection got bad and he left.
Okay.
But for me, This is really good, and I really love to share, and also, you know, by doing things from this end also to the other end, you know, it promotes cultural diversity, and that's all good. A learning, it's a learning process, and you know, with the cultural diversity brings it's create a diverse community, you know, and we get to learn a lot. I'm really in for this, and yeah, and I know Brian is also going to appreciate this, because you know, also sharing from a really great-minded and really experienced professor like Fua here. It's going to be an honor working with her. Yes. So for me, I'm in. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Now, Giovan, I want to make sure I just give you a moment to say something. You know, you're a leader, and it would have been horrible for me to not just recognize your presence and give you a moment to say a few things. And also, you know, I want Vincent and everyone to be able to connect with you directly. So if you're still here, please just share with us your thoughts, and then we'll wrap it up. Afua, if you don't mind, you could say some closing remarks.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I missed the opportunity for Gigi to speak, but she's another young and inspiring dancer. Last year, she traveled with us to Guinea, West Africa, for the study of arts and culture, and she loves dance. And I just wanted to offer if she wanted to say something while we're on the call. Gigi, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I didn't have anything to say. I'm just thankful for this experience. Yeah, but I didn't have, thank you. I didn't have anything to say.
Okay, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gigi, I just want to say on her behalf, she spends most of her dance energy and working with young ones. And that's one thing that I really observed with her when we were in Guinea, is that she really gravitated to the younger kids, and they were already dancers, of course, right? But she was able to get them out and to feel liberated to share their dance movements together. And then, that crossover of Africa and African American dance, it was so cool. So I just wanted to highlight her for that one.
Oh, thank you. Now, Afua, just give you the honor of closing this gathering for us.
Maybe before finishes, maybe I can just introduce Catherine. You talked of kids, and we have Catherine here, and Catherine runs a kids program here in Nairobi. Maybe she can just say something about the program.
Nice.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Catherine. I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much. I call him Teacher Vic to invite me to this wonderful platform. Yes. My name is Catherine. I run a dance and arts academy here in Nairobi. And Teacher Vic is part of us. And yes, I love children. I love what I've seen here. I love instilling culture to children. They're still young. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be on board, Simon, and the rest of you here. So let's work this. I believe we can do something. We can uphold our culture. We can be proud of who we are. And through dance, we can speak a lot. We can speak volume. Thank you very much, and God bless you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. I'm so happy you're here. We'll connect. Vincent, thank you for inviting Catherine. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Afua, do you have anything else to say, or should we just close it for today?
I think it's really nice for us to think about one key opportunity as far as unifying. So when we talk about one vibe, I just wanted to hear from you, Simon, about in us moving forward, this icon of dance from one vibe? What do you see? And then we all on the call can inhale it and take it in. We'll hold that until we meet again. If you can give us that motivation.
Yeah, you know, for me, dance is also extremely important because growing up, dance was everywhere. You know, dance was in the street, everywhere. But I didn't take it as seriously as I want to take it now. I feel like it's making me happy, you know. And being a father of 3 girls, whenever there is so much stress, you know, because we've been living since March, we've not gone really anywhere. Whenever I dance, they all start dancing. So it's become like medicine in a way. So that's part of why when Vincent suggested it, I felt like I need that right now, you know, for me. So the moment I felt like I needed it for me, then it motivated me to try and get it to other people. And I feel that it's something that we just need to work together and have a calendar and have the discipline to produce it high quality and present it to people, and know that we're also doing it for ourselves. You know, it's so good that we are not just doing it for the audience, but for ourselves. And I feel that the gathering of dancers like this and leaders really is something that could also produce something else that we don't even know. So for me, I just want to you know, give you guys the commitment that One Vibe is, you know, committed to getting this going, just like our other programs. And you know, we want to make this small but really nice, and just slowly build it with a small trusted group of people. So this coming from now until the end of the year, we are probably not going to have anything. We wanted to test it with this. And our plan is that we record 3 episodes and then we focus on promoting those episodes. And then, you know, when we broadcast each of them, we have a conversation like this before and after. So the logistics of how you know, we are going to do it is going to be easier because we've done this first one, and we've there's so much we need to adjust, but there's also so much that we've learned that we can already implement, whether we wanted to add like a kids type of virtual dance, where we can then partner up with Catherine, and Afua already works with children. You know, there is an opportunity there. The other thing is, you know, we can have different invited guests. You know, we can invite our friends that we want to be a part of this community to also facilitate, so that every Saturday we have something going for just an hour and a half, and then we create this discipline in this community where people know that we are going to get together and do this. Outside of that, you know, I just want you to take care of yourselves. You know, life is really challenging in Kenya. You know, we know how a lot of leaders are dying from COVID. You know, this last week, you know, we've lost a senator and a former minister. So if those people up there are dying, you have the people who are, you know, in the grassroots are suffering even more, you know. Here in the US, people are also extremely stressed. This year has been very hard globally for people. So just do things that make you happy first before you start doing things that make other people happy. And for me, dance is something I feel that is necessary. It needs to be a part of that. So with that, also just remember that the more we are and the more we are able to bring our organizations together, the more we can also access funding even internationally, so that we can do this thing, you know, to even a larger scale. So it just requires, again, being organized and being disciplined and doing the work. With that, you know, I just want to thank you all for you know, trusting us and for working with us. And I'm excited for what's to come. Have a nice holiday break. You will hear from us in the next few days, so that we start planning January and February and this whole next year very soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Alvin, for being quiet and really doing a lot of work behind the scene. I appreciate you.